Guys, our next Hope Spotlight speaker is Zane Smalley.
Hello, I'm Zane. Let's get into it. I can understand how the struggle with money feels. People only look at it as an obstacle or something in the road to overcome, but it's something more. Poverty is a mindset that's geared towards survival, balance, and a bare-bones skeleton of only the basic essentials that a family needs. However, my story is who I am, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. From the late nights waiting for my mother to come home, to me and my sister building an ecosystem that ran like a machine, cooking and cleaning for one another. So it was just one less thing my mom had to worry about when she came through that door. At times, I had to push against the current of emotions and stress because I didn't want to go to her, because I didn't want to worry her. She had already worked long and hard hours at her job to be there and provide for us. This was our situation around the time I was 8. My mother, my sister, and I all in the same boat together. But not for one second did I think my mom loved me or cared about me any less because she couldn't come to my choir concerts or go to my track meets. I knew she was trying as hard as she could so that I would have the right and I would have this privilege to be able to stand in that concert hall, to be able to have track shoes to place on that track. Everything we went through did nothing but make us stronger and well-equipped for the future. I remember growing up and always telling myself that I don't want to be another statistic. It wasn't all rainbows and sunshine getting here. It was hell. But me and my sister and my mother made it my heaven when they could. The constant competitive sibling warfare made it my heaven. My mom pushing me to grow my talents in art every Sunday, no matter how busy she was during the week. She always made time for me. That made it my heaven. My mom getting home late from nights at work, coming to crack open our door and make sure that me and my sister were safe and sound in bed, made it my heaven. As the years moved on, things got easier financially. My mom met my stepdad, and we eventually ended up moving in. He worked in real estate for many years. And one day while eating lunch, he drew up plans for a house on a napkin. Who does that? It took 20 years of his hard work and my mother's at the end to build a home for us. You don't know the meaning of that word until you've never had it. Then I entered the other lines in my life, high school. I thought it was going to be this coming-of-age tale that all my elders reminisced about back in their youth. I couldn't have been more wrong. At the time, I was 4'11", skinny, still am, smart, but that's just what my teachers told me, and nerdy, before it was the cool thing to be nerdy. So basically at all times, I had a billboard standing next to me saying, "Hey, bully me." And they did. It made me dread going to school, not because I didn't love to learn, but because I knew at every intermission in my learning process, I would have to face them. I'll come back to this in a moment. The other thing that I hated about school is I was separated from my classmates and taken into a special care teaching room. I was told that I had a learning disability, an oral and and visual reading. I worked just as hard, or if not harder, than my classmates. Yes, it took me longer to do my work, but I scored higher than most of them. The lady that worked with me was short and sharp. And out of all my former teachers, was one of the only ones that actually cared and pushed me forward. What drove me nuts was not being able to be with the classmates that I did like. It was a deficit to my social skills and made it awkward and hard to fit in with the people that I did want to be with. And it also distanced me from my best friend. So I became focused, tunnel vision even, on work, at school, and at my family business. I felt so isolated and I immersed myself in work so I didn't have to feel the silence, the loneliness, and the bitter loathing that I felt for those who had ostracized me. In doing so, I created a large rift between me and my friend as she slipped into one of the darkest moments of her life. The day that I went to go visit her, I lost her. I'll refer to her as her or she out of respect. Her parents told me that she had committed suicide. And they blamed me. And so did many of my classmates. And most of all, so did I. She had one of those personalities that almost made you squint because she was so radiant and alive. The type of person that always called you out of the blue to make sure you're okay. God, I wish I would have called her and asked if she was okay. She motivated me and inspired me to be as gifted at art as she was. She was that person at the peak of the mountain that I could always see but never catch up to. Then she vanished. The following Halloween, I was assaulted by 5 of my classmates the whole entire time, them yelling and calling me her murderer. And I felt like I was, so I accepted it, but I fought back because I knew that's what she would want, right? But out of the broken pieces of this, I figured out how to become me. I used my pain to drive me, not drown me. And even though it hurts, and I wish I could still have those moments with her back, I would not change any of it if it meant compromising who I am today. I know that's selfish. They say you die twice. Once when you're buried in your grave, and the last time someone says your name. I say yours every morning, and I swore to myself that I would live and experience enough for 2 people. She lives through me. I've helped a lot of people with problems, anxiety, depression, and all the other disorders in the book, if that's what you want to call them. But what I've learned, if you want to help people, extend your arm. Hold it out there, and keep it out there, even though people might not pay attention. Some will embrace it, and some won't grab it at all. But you just have to keep holding it out there. Because as a human being, it is your duty to shine like a beam out into the raging storm for those people that need your help. I have no regrets. Pain is inevitable, but misery is unforgivable. I've been that bullheaded kid that refuses to listen. Because at times like this, I have felt like the world is against me. But luckily, I've had people that are willing to lock horns with me, to open my eyes, to show me how beautiful the world can be if you just hold them open. I know you're all here today because you care about someone, somewhere. And as someone who has been immersed in the current of life, I thank you. I thank you so much for seeing someone who is struggling and stepping in and immersing yourself in that river too, even if they're fighting you, even if they've given up and accepted the fact that they would rather sink than swim. I thank you. And I thank you for continuing to help even when it feels like you're getting nowhere. The world is demanding change, and it wants it big and fast, but that's not how it works. We are not objects that can be impacted with little time and little effort. It comes in pieces. It comes in time. It comes in people. You are that time. You are those pieces. You, collectively, building our resilience. Please don't stop. Trauma makes kids and people do ugly things. I am no exception. I am not infallible. I've done and I have created mistakes. But everyone who is alive and who will be alive will continue to do so. But you, with your support and your caring, you are the difference. I want to close with an ending quote that I hold dear. Long live the highs and long live the lows. But most of all, long live the difference. And I want to thank all of you today for giving my mother, my stepdad, the opportunity to see me speak in front of a crowd for the very first time. I love you, Mom.